Hello everybody and welcome to another reaction video. Excuse me. And today we're going to be reacting to a band called Bleeding Utopia. Never heard of them before, but did a little bit of research on them, as I generally tend to do, and I came up with a fair amount. I got here. Bleeding Utopia are a melodic death metal band from Västerås, Sweden. I probably pronounced that horribly. The band started as a side project in 2003 under the name Operation Side Effect by guitarist Andreas Fluff Moran. In 2004, the band then changed their name to Delicious Deformed, but the band then went on hiatus after only a few gigs. The band then reformed in 2009 and became Bleeding Utopia. And, so the the band, in theory, has been around for quite a while, and even so, having formed the Bleeding Utopia as it is now in 2009, it's been around for a good 10 years now. To date, they have 2 full-length albums, a promo EP, and a single currently released. However, they do have a new album called Where the Light Comes to Die, which is due to be released on March 22nd. So I'm going to be reacting to a track of theirs today called Ascendants of Hate, which is off their new album, with it being a single that's been released only recently. There was no lyrics about, so I actually contacted the band and asked them if they could furnish me with some lyrics, and they very generously have done. So I will be able to read through the lyrics and try and analyse the song as we go through, like I normally do. So, not sure what they're going to sound like, although it does say melodic death metal. As I've stated before, and as we've witnessed before, melodic death metal can cover a huge amount of varying styles. So I'll be interested to see where this goes. So yeah, I think we'll just get straight to it. So this is Ascendants of Hate by Bleeding Utopia. Let's get it on.
Welcome to hell.
Well, didn't waste any time getting into that, did they? I mean, they went boom, straight into it. Really fast, really hard-hitting riffs, and really very, very good. It reminds me of another band, but I can't quite place my finger on who at the moment. Interesting vocal style as well. It's actually similar to the vocal style that I use in my own band, actually. Although their songs and vocals are a lot faster. They're actually pretty damn fast. I'm quite impressed. It seems to me, looking at the lyrics, excuse me, that the song is talking about an assault on heaven by possibly like the demons of hell, or the demons of earth, hell, or whatever other realms. It sounds like an attack on the heavens. Because the lyrics, they go out: a stir in the abyss, thunderous crashes, earthquakes, demonic abominations, abhorrent forces wakes. So, that sounds like, a coming storm, and then all these sort of, like it says, demonic abominations, abhorrent forces awakes, all these demons, these monsters, they, what have you, from the netherworld, are sort of waking up, preparing to go to war. As I peer into the eclipse, vermilion prisms form. Visions of faceless infidels rides the unfurling storm. So, possibly he's there talking about, whoever. The viewpoint of the song seems to be sung by possibly the leader of the charge, maybe. And it goes: pestilent behemoths spawn, elusive juggernauts arise. Elusive juggernauts arises, invoked to assail the heavens, to hasten Christ's demise. Those last couple of words, sentences, just say the whole thing, doesn't it? Pestilent behemoths spawn, so disease giants, and elusive juggernauts, again, giants, eh? Invoked to assail the heavens. So he's like basically summoned them all together to form an assault against heaven, what have you. And it says to hasten Christ's demise. So that line itself just says everything, doesn't it? So it's a pretty good track. It's like I say, it's really, really fast. It's really, really hard hitting. They waste no time at all getting into the track. So I think we'll carry on and see where this goes. This actually might be a shorter video than normal because it seems to be going by quite fast. Let's go. Well, there you go. Really fast, really, really brutal. It's brilliant. And there I was, in the first half I was saying, the vocals are really, really fast and, really hard hitting. In the second half, the vocals seem to slow down a bit. But it came back in with Hail the Oppressors, Ascendants of Hate, to wreak havoc upon celestial faith. So, it's like cheering on these demons, these monsters that are setting an assault against heaven, and it says to wreak havoc upon celestial faith. So is it an attack on religion as a whole thing? Like Christendom, Catholicism, etc. To wreak havoc upon celestial faith. So it's like getting all of these demons and monsters just to almost destroy religion, which is something I think should happen anyway, because religion's just stupid. But we're not going to get into that. It says, launch an assault against the pearly gates to madden every angel, make them fall from grace. So, again, like I said, it's an assault on heaven. So, they're assaulting the pearly gates as they were, which is like the entrance into heaven, and to madden every angel and make them fall from grace. So it's like to basically provoke the people in heaven to fight back, and watch them as they start attacking and possibly murdering these monsters, essentially making the angels themselves murderers, so then they themselves fall from grace and are no longer worthy of being an angel in heaven. Maybe. Abolishment awaits, Ascendants of Hate. Hail the Oppressors, Ascendants of Hate, to wreak havoc upon celestial faith. And then it goes back to the first opening lines: a stirring abyss, thunderous crashes, quakes, demonic abominations, abhorrent forces wakes. And then the song just stopped. That's one thing I do like, is when a track comes to a sudden stop like that. Sometimes it's very, very unexpected, but sometimes it fits perfectly. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't have like the deepest meaning behind it, but it still has some meaning behind it. To me, it sounds like they want to essentially abolish religion as a general thing, because religion in and of itself is like the excuse for so many things. It's the amount of wars that are fought in the name of religion is beyond ridiculous. The amount of prejudice and hatred between religions is also ridiculously stupid. Every single religion thinks that their God is the one God. Even if, and this is a big if, even if such a being exists, not every religion can be right. But for all we know, who one person sees as God and the other religion sees as Allah, it could all very well be the same person, but they still end up fighting about it because they want to be the dominant one, and it's stupid. It causes more pain than it quenches. People turn to religion for solace, and I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but at the end of the day, it causes more trouble than it solves. So I quite like that. It was a good song as well. Like I said, really, really fast, really hard hitting, really gets you pumped. Very, very energetic piece of music. And I shall have to look into finding their back catalogue so I can listen to some more. And once the new album comes out, I will probably have a look at another track off the new album. But yes, I very much enjoyed that. It was, I mean, there wasn't particularly... The only criticism I'm really going to make, is there wasn't anything that really stood out about it. There wasn't any... I can't think of the word I'm looking for. It was melodic death metal. That's it. There wasn't anything that stood out about it. That there could just be that one track. They might have other tracks which are absolutely astonishingly amazing, and that might have like a little quirk in it that you don't hear very often. But I mean, it was really, really good, very, very enjoyable. I'm more than happy to hear more of it. Yeah, I liked it. Very, very good. But we'll leave that as it is. If anybody would like to suggest any track for me to react to, then please do so by all means. You can drop a comment in the comment section below, or you can message me on my Facebook or my Instagram. The links for those are in the description. Just know that if you do make a suggestion, it will take a while for me to get around to it, because I get suggested dozens of tracks every single day, and my list grows faster than I can record the videos. So, you know, I do write down every suggestion I get, so it will get done. It'll just take a while. Also, Metalhead React is a proud supporter of the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. They are a British-based charity that are aimed at putting an end to hate crimes. Hate crimes mostly aimed towards people of the alternative subculture, whether it be just dressing in alternative clothing or listening to alternative music. They do essentially want to put an end to hate crimes in general, but their main focus is alternative subculture, due to the way that the foundation was, or came into being. You know, it's understandable, because it's a tragic story. If you don't know the story of how the Sophie Lancaster Foundation came into being, then it's definitely something worth looking at, because it's pretty hard hitting, and it makes you wonder, you know, how this sort of thing can happen, and how do people's minds work to justify these actions. You know, it's something that shouldn't happen. You know, and you know, we have enough trouble and conflict in the world as it is. You know, we have wars and all that. We have rampant racism at the moment, which seems to be making a hideous comeback, and I can't imagine why. But, you know, we don't need more conflict. You know, we need to cut it down. Everybody goes, oh, I want world peace. But if we sit there and propagate this sort of thing, it's never going to happen. You know, everybody on this planet is entitled to... Well, everybody on the planet is entitled to live on the planet. Everybody's entitled to live life the way that they want to, as long as it's within the confines of the law. Nobody can say anything otherwise. You know, who's it for them to judge whether you're living your life right or wrong? You know, if we all liked the same stuff, if we were all exactly the same, this would be a very boring place to live. But anyway, I digress. If you'd like to find out more about the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, there is a link to the website in the description below. You can pop over there, find out what they're doing at the moment, what their end goal is, because they can explain it a lot better than I can, because, like I said, I just waffle on and end up going off on tangents. And, you know, if you can help them in any way, even the smallest way, that's, you know, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Even if it's something as simple as one of these bracelets. I think they're like £1 from the store. You know, even that helps. Every small bit makes a big difference. So yeah, if you can help, that would be an amazing thing, because it's something that I think is really worthwhile. But we'll leave that as it is for the time being. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.